Hi, this is Pete with WrapMySpyder. Today we're going to show you how to apply our digital carbon fiber tour top case kit for the Can-Am Spyder F3 Limited and 2020 Plus RT Limited. So this top case comes on both machines. So this kit obviously will fit on either bike if you have an F3 or an RT. But today we're going to show you some basic application techniques to show you how to apply this kit. This video would apply to solid colors as well as anything digital in our pre-cut top case kit. So today we're going to show you a little bit different technique with the hinge in comparison to another video we did, just to show the versatility of how you can apply our easy apply air release wrapping film. So to get started, of course, just to touch base, all of our videos feature surface prep. Pretty much we recommend the same thing each time, and of course that's the 70% rubbing alcohol in conjunction with just regular paper towel off the roll that most people have in their kitchens. Of course, you're going to wipe the surface down. You want to make sure that there's no silicone-based products on there, wax, or overspray from any Armor All or things like that. So once you feel that you have your surface prepped correctly, but you're questioning whether it's ready for the film, we recommend you take a piece of masking tape and simply stick it to the surface of the bike and then try to pull it off. If you get good resistance, then you know your surface is ready. If the tape pulls right off or curls up, then you know you have more prepping to do. So our surface is ready to accept the film. Now, to expedite our video, we did install the left half of the kit. Application techniques are the same both sides. So let's get started. And what we did in advance is we trimmed the backing paper real tight to the edge of the center. So when you install this kit, you're going to want to put the center piece on first, and that way you've got some wiggle room for the left panel and the right panel so that your gaps are as even as possible from side to side. So we've prepped it. We've trimmed the paper tight to help us with alignment. We cut out around the BRP emblem, put a relief cut between the two sides. We did this to help with ease of application, and that's why it's not connected. So to get started with your application, once you have it positioned, you're going to put a horizontal tape hinge as an option. The other video we did was a vertical, which can be done as well. It's really personal preference. But then you're going to peel back one half of the top section, and you're going to pull the carbon fiber away from the paper. And then using scissors or a knife, you're going to carefully cut the paper away, allowing you space to now install the film. So you want to make sure when you apply this that it is centered, and of course this is going to give you a pretty good idea. But if you hold both, I'm going to call them wings, the little points, and put some tension forward and to the outside. Not a lot, I'm barely pulling, but enough to keep the film flat, because the flatter your film, the easier it is to squeegee it out. So once you have it tight and even on both sides, then you can go from the paper, off the paper, to the top and work your way to the outside. And you're going to do that all the way across the top. Now, if you get a wrinkle or a bunch, you can simply just get the edge of the film, since you just lightly set it into place, and you can pick it back up. That's the advantage of using the wrapping film. And this is a digital carbon fiber pattern. It's a really cool effect. We know a lot of you will like this. The neat thing about this particular product is we would be able to incorporate logos and images in here as well, that we're going to show you in future videos as well as photos. All right, so we have one half of the kit installed. So what we can do now is pick it back up and remove the backing paper. And because this is wrapping film, you you can set it into place. So we're going to just put a little bit of tension on the outside corners and lightly set it in place. And then from the center, where the film was already down and tacked, we're going to work our way from the middle to the outside. And you're just lightly squeegeeing that into place. If you get a little bunch or a wrinkle, don't panic. Typically, with a little bit of light heat, you can work that out. So both of these are still up. So we're going to work down to it. You want to pick it up and make sure it's lightly tacked. Come down the outer edge, work your way to the inside. Same thing here. And that's basically just flopped into place. As you can see, the film's very user-friendly and doesn't really take a whole bunch if you take your time and you're in the right environment. We always recommend that you do this in a garage or an enclosed environment so you don't have dust and dirt flying around while you're trying to do your application, because some debris would show underneath this film. So to give you the best finish possible, try to be in a controlled environment. Typically, we're recommending 70 degrees or above. So let's just, there it is, all laid out. Now we're going to come, now the next piece that you're going to do, of course the top center is your first piece. The next piece you're going to do is the next step down, or the next largest piece. Of course, you want to remember to re-wipe your surface for every panel you put on, because you may or may not realize that sometimes you're touching that surface. So re-wipe. You can never prep too much when it comes to putting this product on. Your kit's going to come in sections similar to this. So this is the next panel. So we're going to peel it from the paper. You could trim it like we did this, but this size panel is not too burdensome to peel off and float it into place, especially because it's the wrapping film. So I'm going to show you how to float it, which is basically just take each corner, and you can kind of, you see how I can slide it? That adhesive is touching the surface, but you have the ability to slide it in place. Now, for alignment purposes, the body line is a little bit more noticeable up here in the top corner. So we're gonna tack that, and then you have the ability to swing the whole piece however you want when you do that. And so the whole idea then is to try to match your alignment to the other side. And then once you tack the back, you can come back and reposition the top. So what I'm gonna do, you always want to keep tension on it. You don't want to yank it and overstretch it, just tension so that it's tight, because that's going to help you when you're squeegeeing, like I had mentioned. So I'm just going to look at the other side and check my gap and see if we like how those look. And if you want to try to realign it, let me just show you. See how you can pick it back up? Hold the outside corner. You can do multiple tries till you get it the way you want it. And by holding tension on that far corner, which is this bottom corner, it's going to allow you to move it however you want it. And then holding the outside corner, you can put tension on it and then set it down. So you have a lot of time in this, so you don't have to rush. Thinking that it's going to tack on you, because it's not. So I want to go just a hair further apart. Maybe something like that. So as you can see, plenty of attempts. Okay, so I like that. All right. So with this, we are going to start in the middle and work our way from the middle out. And then I'm going to come across the bottom, and we're going to work our way. Now I tack this on purpose. We're going to work our way from the bottom. There's a little bit of a dip in here, so we're going to work in the dip and up, and the film will fall into place nicely. Now when this is all done, you can go over it with a hair dryer, give it light heat. You don't have to go crazy with it, but light heat will help. Check your edges, make sure your edges are down. All right, so that's the next piece. You can see our gap looks nice. Now we're going to try to get you positioned where you can see everything. So the next piece you would do after you re-wipe, of course, is this one. Now everything in this kit is pre-bent, which makes your installation quite easy. So we're re-wiping. I'm going to take it from the page. And by being pre-bent, it's going to basically fall into place. So what you're watching for this panel that curves or tails around to the back is the leading edge here, and then this cut up for alignment purposes. So again, we're just going to freestyle this into place because of the kind of material it is. We're able to do that. We're leaving just a slight gap at the bottom. And we did include, wiggle room in here because we don't want our tolerances too tight. Once you get that front corner in, you can tack it with your thumb, and that way you can get you a nice straight line across the bottom. When you like it, you can just tack it right there. You can let your tail fall if you want. And starting in the middle, again, you're just working up to the outside and down to the bottom. And of course the film's falling into place. Now you've got this tail, and the tail is going to actually, because it's already pre-bent, you can check it. You do have the ability to work the film a little bit, but as you come around the corner, you don't want to pull it super hard. Your alignment for finished edge is pretty much the end of this panel here, so keep that in mind, but check how you come around the corner, and like I said, it'll fall into place. You can use your thumb as a guide if you like. And basically what you want to do is try to match, how you came around the corner on this side here. So once you have it, if you like, you don't even have to use your squeegee. You can just use your hand, and then once it's tacked a little bit, then go back, use the squeegee. So that looks good, pretty cool. Make sure your top along the top is down. And we'll move to the next panel. After this piece, order really isn't as important, but I'm recommending this piece here, and then this one here, working your way. Kind of makes sense. Then we have the corner piece next. Again, you can match up the bottom edge. This fits nicely in that corner. Tack the front corner and align it as it comes around. It's going to fall into place. It will take the shape as well. And this one you can kind of work with your thumb. Same thing. If you don't like it, pick it back up. Do it again. And that'll fall into place as well because it's pre-bent, pre-curved. Again, to try to help you with ease of application. So that's that piece. And then we have the speaker pieces. Let's see if we can. And these are pre-curved as well. So this is the speaker piece. For alignment, you're using the top edge where this plastic stops, and then this body line and the edge of where the actual top case pivots. So you can kind of float it into place again, checking your alignment. And then from here, basically you're going to fall in the middle. And again, because it's pre-curved, makes it nice and easy to apply because it'll fall into place. So as you come over the top, you can use your squeegee and it will align. Stops at the leading edge. So this is just a nice way to change up the look of your bike. In addition, you have the ability to choose colors as well as various finishes, so things will progress. Just watch the website. Then we have this. This is a little bit of a thin piece. You're going to use this for alignment to put it on, so set it in place in that corner, and then pretty much falls in the middle of the panel, but you can see how it's pre-curved, pre-bent. And that way it'll fall into place. You have the ability to reposition at any time. So again, you're going to go over that with heat. You would warm the whole thing just to help it to take its permanent bond. But as you can see, it really gives that top case a unique, personalized look. Like I said, we're probably going to be coming out with logos and images similar to our switch panel and glove box that will have various logos on it. And I'm sure that we'll get ideas, for more options as time progresses. And we have one last piece, which is just above the keyhole. And basically, you're going to center that. I'm at a disadvantage because let's see here. Don't put a lot of tension on this. Because you don't want to overstretch it. That comes across. A little bit hard to see. Should look something like that. So you finish the look. Don't put too much pressure on that piece because you don't want to overstretch it. But this will give you an idea of our tour top case pre-cut digital carbon fiber wrap kit. And like we had said, that black scratches a lot. So this is a great way to personalize. When we were talking about the logos too, chances are we'll be putting logos and images in this section right here. We have some examples coming, so you'll be able to check that out. But well, we hope this application video proves helpful. If you have questions regarding installation, don't hesitate to email us at sales@wrapmyspyder.com, or feel free to give us a call. We're always happy to help you when it comes to application questions or any other questions that you might have related to our products. But once again, this is the Spyder F3 and RT Tour Top Case pre-cut wrap kit shown here in our digital carbon fiber by WrapMySpyder.com. This is Pete, and we thank you very much for watching.